Toyin Umesiri. It's been a while, but I'm sure if you've been following the work that we do, we've been quite busy. I've been extremely busy. And even though I love to do this, come on live directly on the platforms, it's been quite difficult to fit in. But how are you doing? Happy Monday. Excuse me. Happy Monday, everyone. It's been busy already for me on Monday morning. So just a few quick updates. We just sent out a newsletter. Or if you're on LinkedIn, if you're joining on LinkedIn, do say hello. But on LinkedIn, I actually have also particular LinkedIn newsletter that has grown so fast. Do check that out on my profile. Just gave a couple of updates, and you can also check out the older versions and the older newsletters as well. Pretty incredible resources that we've included in that spot. So, what's new? From my standpoint, there's a lot of changes that I've been making over the last couple of weeks. So much going on around the world, but also, I mean, it's December 7th, and the year 2020 is really wrapping up. And I'm sure everyone is now thinking about 2021. Okay. Someone said, "Hi, Tony. Happy Monday to you too." Maggie from South. Oh, nice. Thank you. Did you miss me? I did miss the opportunity to come live, but to be honest, it's just been really intense the last couple of weeks with planning the Nigerian Investment Conference, IATF activities. Like, so much has been going on, the roundtable reports. Like, if you've been following, so much going on. But the other thing that is new coming to you, like right now, and this is the new way of working for us going into the new year, is that I'm dedicating more of my time to the Trade with Africa network right there. This is the network we're growing. Oh, you missed me. Thank you. But yeah, the biggest difference is, the Trade with African network is where I'm going to be spending more of my time. So the network is a combination of resources. So training, that's where I'm holding training activities, e-courses on trade, investment facilitation, export development, and the new one I just announced today in our newsletter, the SME training. It's right there. And also, this is where you also connect with people of similar mindedness that you can do business with, that you can connect with, that you can partner with. That's where you're going to find them. So for me, it's more of, who are the right people that are actually needing the support that Nazaru offers, right? So yes, we can share information, like we'll continue to share information, but what we are seeing is that going into the new year, this is not this is people are rolling up their sleeves and getting to work. So for us, we want to only support those people that are in the trenches building businesses. I'm trying to figure it out, trying to build partnership, all of that. That's where we support those people. So I see um Emmanuel Kufre says, "Hello, Tony. Thank you. Your name sounds Ghanaian. Am I right?" um Someone also said, every time it shows like LinkedIn user, it means that you may be following my work, but we're not connected. So it's not pulling your name. So he said, "You are doing great work. I'm a trade facilitation expert and I'm enjoying your sessions." Really? Then you need to subscribe. So the Trade with African Network, it came about because people were telling me, when we come for your engagement, we meet amazing people. But how do we stay connected? How do we stay, even before COVID? That's something people have been asking, like, how do we stay connected? So it's a digital platform where hundreds of people from all over the world, focused only on trade with Africa, advancing trade with Africa, from agriculture experts to government officials to trade facilitators. This is where they are. In addition to joining the network and connecting with the people of like-mindedness, right? What I've also included here are resources. So training, e-courses, over 40 videos of Trade with Africa engagement, like everything we've done, we've now put it in here because for me, this allows me then to design, because it's monthly subscription. it now allows us to focus primarily on bringing value to this group of people. Like when opportunities arise, these are the people I'm taking it to. When information comes up, these are the people we're taking it to. So yes, we'll continue our newsletter. I'll continue showing up digital, YouTube. You continue to have that. You've continued to see that. But if you're looking to do business, if you're looking to trade, if you're looking for transactions, if you're looking for people, if you're looking for information and resources, this is the Trade with Africa Network is where we're focusing on. Because for me, we can't afford to be like for the first couple of years, really the challenge was finding, like, where are you people, like, where are the people that need this exclusive information, where are these people that need to focus on Trade with Africa, right? It's the first challenge was finding all of you guys. Right? Find where were you? When we're doing like Trade with Africa, which is now in its fourth year, it's like, where are you? The whole point of like marketing, finding you guys, like making sure you're aware of what's going on. AFCF, we started this before AFCFTA even started. Like the African Continental Free Trade Agreement was launched in 2018, right? We brought in Ambassador Muchanga. He visited us in Chicago. His team is responsible for the AFCFT. We brought it to everybody that, when we have those kind of information, we're like, who needs this information? Like, where are you guys? But now we're not doing that anymore. Like we've graduated. It's like we've graduated. Now we found the people, we found you guys have found us. The next thing now is let's get to work, right? Who are the people that are really in the trenches, that our platforms can add value to, that our information, our expertise, my expertise, the training can add value to? We've pulled those people into the network and we're doing business, we're doing work, we're training. So the latest training that I just launched is called the SME training. And that came out of a lot of the engagements we have, in particular the Nigeria Investment Conference. A lot of the conversation around AFCFTA is the big players know what to do. The big companies, multinationals and all of that, they know how to go get their resources. But the small, mid-sized companies that want to trade regionally and globally, it's harder. Like if you don't know what you don't know, if you don't know export development, if you don't know, packaging, shipping, pricing plan and pricing strategy and all of those things, business development, basic foundational business development. If you don't know, what we're seeing is that you're spinning around in cycles, like in circle. Like you're just you know what you want to do, but you don't know how to do it, right? So yes, Patrick said you're in Ghana. So yes, I got your name. Well, you said no. I'm not. I'm no Ghanaian. I'm Nigerian. Akwa Ibom. Interesting. Okay, that's Emmanuel. Emmanuel said is Akwa Ibom in Nigeria, and then Patrick says yes, hello from Ghana. Okay, thank you so much for joining. So yes, so for us, the trade with you're gonna going forward, you're going to hear me talk primarily around the Trade with Africa Network. That's where we're hosting trade events as well. That's where we're hosting community engagement, where I'm supporting those that are really looking to close transactions, those that are building businesses. Those are the people I think really immediately need support. Because you look at the global market, and the title of today's newsletter was around global disruption creates new opportunities for Africa's SMEs. And that is true. Everybody has been disrupted with COVID-19. But I tell you, this is the time where SMEs in Africa can play big. But you have to know what you're doing. Like you have to know what you're doing. You have to build your brand very well if you want it to be relevant. Hi, Georgina. Nice to see you. Yes, thank you so much. So yes, 20 looking at 2021, it's going to really be intense for business owners. A lot have been disrupted. It's almost like those that were in the game before, they've been disrupted, they've lost a lot. They're trying to say, okay, how do we come back? But also, it opens a whole lot for newcomers, right? So, if you're a business leader, owner, and you're a newcomer, if you can build a strategy and fast track it through our support, you can actually start immediately playing on the regional and global stage. It might take you longer. It will definitely take you longer if you don't know what you're doing, because you're going to go around in circles a few times. Joel says, hello, Toyin, Africa trade lady. Congrats, Joel from Cote d'Ivoire. Hi. Hi, Joel. I see in the news Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana playing the Coco game with the big players like Ashes, and I was like looking at the news. I was really smiling to myself, and I was like, "Let me have my popcorn and watch this drama go down." You know, Cote d'Ivoire between Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. For those who don't know, 40% of the cocoa in the world is produced by Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, but the farmers there, they're not getting the most benefit, and we all know why, because they're limited value addition happening on ground. And what I say is, when Africa figures out all of these things, the world would cough a little bit, like, we've been taking your cocoa, now you want to use it, let's negotiate, like, let's it is like, oh, your cashew, oh, you want to use your cashew, now you can't give it to us anymore. you know Tell people you have 200-year-old companies that have built the value chain out of resources coming from Africa. And now I tell, you know, the region, people, I don't think the world knows what's coming. I don't think people know what's coming. We've been trying to alert global leaders, like, you're about to witness something massive, a massive shift. The region of the world, Africa, that has been quietly serving the world its raw natural resources. You think about your cell phone. The components coming from cell phone is coming from Congo, right? Just name whatever resources, diamonds, and diamonds from, right? The diamonds, everything. Botswana, with their diamonds, we call them diamonds, baby. Those like the minister of trade in Botswana. She calls herself the diamond baby because she got free education based on diamond. But one thing I also teach in my master class, if you've not joined the network, you're not going to understand what I'm saying, because there's a master class called Africa Trade and Investment Facilitation Masterclass that I actually also deliver to government officials. This is why I say join the network. I actually explain why, how do you get individual and government wealth, like national wealth. And I basically explained, like, resource rich nations like Nigeria taking oil is gone, right? Oil is gone. But government also has their own expenses where they spend that money. They make the money, they spend it. They make the money, they spend it. But the way individuals in the nation actually becomes wealthy, it's a different path. It's a path of trade. And look at China. China in the last 50, not even 50, in the, excuse me, in the last 30 years of China's existence, they've created more wealth, more individual millionaires, billionaires in China under the trade umbrella than the last 200 years of their existence. That's how I explain this thing, that, you know, foreign aid did not make China what it is today, and foreign aid is not going to make Africa what it needs to be. So, anyway, this trade with African network is subscription based. What it means is you make a payment every month, and you now have access to all the materials, all the master classes, all the training, the existing ones and the new one. Because over the next 4 months, what I'm doing is I'm taking SMEs, small, medium sized companies, I'm taking them through a path of training, right? Like training them. How do you compete globally? How do you build a brand that is globally relevant, right? Bringing them principles. Like for me, I work for the world's largest company, Walmart. What are those principles? How does Walmart buy what it buys? Those were the things I used to, work on. Now I'm saying, hey, this is the knowledge gap that the region has. And I'm super excited to be bringing that knowledge. But hey, I'm doing it in a systematic way where I'm saying, get in the community. And interestingly, if you wanted 1 hour of my time, you're going to pay more than what this community costs per month. But through the power of, group, You're going to be able to grow together, where you're going to access the master classes, the e-courses, the exclusive training, the videos. Like, I want my community. My community is going to be the the elite group of people that will take a lot of the opportunities coming at us, right? Because a lot of times people say, "Oh, trade with Africa, what's going on?" I'm like, just sit down, watch what's going on. So for me, this is it now. This is the biggest shift. Is that my focus now is growing this network, growing the people and the businesses that subscribe to this network, bringing the latest, greatest. Like, we have a whole, we have, a strong network, if I can say that. Like, probably one of the strongest network, global network of trade stakeholders. We just had like, and anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that, but anyway, consider joining the network and start accessing the resources that we have. Um, um, High quality garment from Indonesia. I see you. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you are looking for buyers, right? This is not how you get buyers. This is not how it's done. Those are the training that we're walking people through. Is like, in fact, one of the training also covers like stakeholder engagement. A lot of times people bring the wrong message to the wrong stakeholder. Like, you need to know who's an investor, who's a buyer, who's the government official. How do you engage with them? What do you say to them to make sure you're closing the deal versus losing them? Which is what we teach our community. Um, is let's because when we bring people together in conferences and summits, we see how, for me, I observe how they interact. And part of the problem we're seeing is that people are not pitching. They don't know how to pitch, right? How do you package your services or products and pitch it to the right stakeholder? You might be pitching to the wrong people. You just throwing things out there on social media. It may or may not catch the right people, but we help people prepare so that you can then pitch privately or publicly. There are different ways we do it, but on our platform, there are huge numbers of stakeholders that might be interested in what you have. So go join the Trade with Africa. You're going to hear me say that because for me, all the work we've done over the years, we've now streamlined them, and the network is where all those things are: events, courses, masterclasses, stakeholder engagement, pitch classes, SME training, all now in one place. That's the best thing that I'm just so happy I'm ending the year this way, because we've done so much work to lay the groundwork to engage people from all over the world. And now going forward into the new year, our focus is on growing people and growing businesses as well. Okay, Joel is asking a question. What are the top 5 African countries to trade with for 2021, and why? So again, one of the things I tell people is that people want to use us as Google. That's a Google question, right? You can't even find it on Google. And we are saying now, going forward, we're only committing our resources to the people in our network, right? Because the question you ask on the surface is so broad that I want to dig deeper and ask you, like, why are you asking that question? What exactly are you doing? Are you trying to accomplish? Because if you say top 5 African countries to trade with, I'll tell you, it even depends on what sector, because the maturity, if you're looking at technology versus manufacturing versus packaging, the maturity across the continent looks different by sector. Manufacturing is different, commodity trading, there are regions. East Africa more sophisticated. There are so that's a question that cannot be answered generically, because it depends. But what I also say now, and those on Instagram, they've already heard this from me, is that a lot of people are, they come and they ask one line questions like Google, the type of things you type in Google. Who is the president of, how many countries are. I tell people now, we're not doing that anymore. If you're members of our network, then we are committed, right? Then my commitment would be to help you accomplish your goals. But I don't know what your goals are, Joel. I don't know what it is you're trying to do. I don't know if you're doing just research for yourself, or you're trying to buy or sell, or you're trying to even explore what those opportunities are. And those are things you're not going to be able to address in just this engagement. So if what you're trying to do is just explore opportunities, what I would recommend is that you take the masterclass, Trade and Investment Facilitation Masterclass. It's a 3-hour masterclass. So in 3 hours, and the e-course is available again on the network to those that are subscribed. It's in 3 hours. I take you from trade versus aid, digital disruption, what those opportunities are, what do we mean when we say trade, what do we mean when we say investment, what are the foundational things you have to do, what are the opportunities, are you the buyer, are you the seller, are you just facilitating, trade finance, all of those things. In 3 hours I break that down. We've done that classes over and over and over again, enough that you can even access like 9 hours of those classes. That's what I would recommend if what you are trying to do is just explore. If you're at the very beginning and you're saying, "Oh, I'm just exploring. I just want to check out," right? Google is not going to answer that question for you. That's what we've seen. And for us, we are bringing years of experience, and we're saying if you want to get into this space, it might take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We can help you shorten that timeline through information, resources, and net. Those are the things you're going to need. If you want to win in trade with Africa, if you want to be a part of a global market, you're going to need a strong network. You're going to need information, right? You're going to need to be able to connect with the right people quickly, right now. You even to travel, right? Where are you going? You're going to with COVID, I mean. You're going to need a strong network. You're going to need information, timely information. You're going to need to understand resources. What are the resources? What are the toolkit, like who does what? Like we tell people, okay, Exim Bank, you're going to need trade financing. These are the banks. This is how you work with the bank. Things like those are the things we're doing now in the network. So for us, that's the biggest change. I'm telling people, like, we've spent years educating people. We'll keep educating people, but now we're just looking. For me, my focus is who are the serious players that are actually trying to build a business, that are actually ready to roll up their sleeves. And if they're ready, then we are ready to support them with our network, with our platforms, with our knowledge, and we'll do it in a cost effective way. Again, if you want 1 hour of my time to help deep dive into your business area, I'm definitely open to that. But I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm telling you, you're going to pay more to me personally than to get into the community. And that's the structure right now. Over time the price goes up, right? That's really how what's going to happen. So I'm just, the people following me right now, I'm just like, hey guys, you're getting now. But anyway, and people can testify. I've been since January, I've been telling people, get into the network. Those who got into the network early, they're benefiting. Those who get now will benefit. Those who come back later, they're going to see the price just going up, right? Because there's value. The value of the work we're doing is executive level. So I know what the value is. But I also know what COVID-19 has done. And I know the disruption that has happened to people's career and all of those things. So for me, it's trying to find that nice balance, to say we know what our value is. We're going to raise it, over time. But we also know the world today that people have been disrupted. A lot of people are trying to shift. A lot of people are trying to learn. So we want to help you. We've lowered the barrier of entry into the network right now. But I tell you, it's not going to stay low. It's just what it is. It's not going to stay low. It's going to steadily increase. And one of the things I also did was, if I come to you every time and say, hey, I have this class. Okay, I have that class. I have this class. Each class costs whatever it costs. But what I decided that instead of coming to you with different classes and training, just subscribe. And every class we're launching every new month, you already have access. As a member, you have access to it. Other people can come in, take that class and go away. But if you're part of the network, you're always going to have access to the classes that I'm always hosting for that month. So for the next 4 months, we already have the entry level for SME, so businesses, mid-sized businesses and enterprises, right? To say, how do you build a brand and a business that is globally relevant through export development, business development, all of the things you have to think about, whether you're in products, space or you're in services space. And then we're going to move on to negotiations. We're going to move on to e-commerce. How can you use the power of e-commerce today to start trading internationally? You have to acquire those skill sets to compete globally, right? And then in the fourth month, we're going to take you through how do you feature your products in the right way. And if you graduate through that process, we have our platforms where we help you promote your work. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Where Nazaru will actually help you promote your work, but you have to go through those classes. You have to go through those classes before, because we want to understand your viability, your seriousness, your commitment to growing your business. And at the end of those grad classes, the fourth month, we will help you list your products on our platforms and we help you promote, which means you're guaranteed, right? To win. Joe said, no, I left research 2 years ago. Is it possible to have a masterclass for veggies and fruits investment? Again, Joel, join the network. We have people playing in agriculture, but the reality is people are at different stages of agriculture. Some people have farms, some people are looking for farms, some people are just trying to facilitate. Some people even have equipment, right? Seeds. There's also poultry. We talk about poultry right now, around poultry on the continent in terms of the economic potential of developing that chain, whether it's in feed, because a lot of the countries still import feed for their chicken. So when you just say fruit again, this is not where you're scratching the surface. I think there's more that you need there, Joel. So I'll encourage you to join the network. And when you join, there's also a section there where you can submit a request. So if you go around in the network and you read and you watch and you access the master classes, and if you have a particular question for us, you can actually immediately submit your question or your request, and within 24 hours we'll respond to it. That's our commitment to the network. Like, that's where we're going right now is along your journey of growing trade with Africa, I can guarantee you're going to need so much information. You're going to have so much hurdles, and each of those hurdles you're going to wonder, who do I go to help me? Like, who's going to help me address these questions? And what we're saying is we're committed to our network members to help them navigate what those challenges look like. Joel, so yes, just check it out. Trade with Africa Network. It's easy. Just subscribe. Once you subscribe, you get into it's really very easy to use. You see our courses, our private groups. You also see a lot of people already, hundreds of people already in the platform. And what I encourage you to do is, once you log in, update with your picture, update your bio, and let people know what you're looking for. There's also a particular question that we have when you log in, and over 100, you see what people have listed as what they are looking for as well. So the question just goes by, what are your top priorities for joining the network? If you fill that form and you answer it, people would be reading your input and they will reach out, they will DM you, and you as well can read other people's comments. You see people saying, oh, I'm looking for this. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, I need this. This is who I am. I'm a government official. I'm this. You can read other people's comments. And when you read what they posted, you can immediately reach out to them. If they tell you they're an agricultural expert, you can just immediately DM them and introduce yourself. But I tell people, update your profile picture, because if you DM people and people cannot immediately read your profile and learn who you are, they might not respond quickly. So update your profile picture, um, update your profile, put your mini bio, and then let people know what you're looking for and read what other people are looking for. That way you can say, oh, wow, interesting. I can reach out to this person. And yeah, DM. It's a social space that has resources for people, and we're helping to grow them as well. So that's it. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Check out the newsletter we just posted today. You can also access some resources. The Nigeria Investment Conference, that was like packed, 5 hour packed with a whole lot of information in terms of where those opportunities are. What are the challenges and what are the opportunities? We talked about leather, We talked about Abia, and we talked about real things about AFCFTA adoption, in the continent, on the continent, what the challenges are, export development, what those challenges are, youth, women empowerment. We talked about that real stuff. So go check that out as well, and it's also available on the network. So that's it. For now, I actually have a TV interview coming up that I'm looking at the time. So apologies if it seems like I'm rushing through this. Um, in a few moments, I'll be joining a TV show for um a live interview. So so that's why I'm like, oh, I hope I'm not too late. So yes, it's such a pleasure to be able to come again online, staying busy, but our priorities for the new year is clear. In fact, we already have 2021 mapped on the board. What are we doing? Who are we helping? How are we going to help people? Right? What's the end goal at the end of 2021? How many businesses do we want to have grown? Right? How many businesses do we want to have impacted? Because I want to measure, we want to be able to measure what we're doing, right? The impact of this education. And I want to hold people through it. So if you're producing things on the continent and you're trying to find new markets for your product, if you're trying to streamline and standardize your products to be relevant regionally or globally, this is the place. Yeah, you're not going to find that kind of support that we're offering. My commitment to you is to help you grow trade with Africa. Now, not last pitch for you. If you're in the US and you're still looking for nice stocking stuffers for the special woman in your space, go check out Omoba Beauty on Amazon. Oh, I'm using it. Right. So if you have your teenage daughter, like, university level, your professional women in your life and YouTube, you're looking for the perfect stocking stuffer. This is the nice, cute. There are three shades. And basically, again, this is my brand. These are the things I'm going to also be teaching our um, small businesses in terms of, when you go somewhere and somebody's trying to teach you something, ask them, what have you done? Let them show you what you've done. Yeah. Now available on Amazon. Again, Omoba Beauty, made in the USA, but it's made out of shea butter, coming out of Africa. And the lipstick comes right out, right? It comes right out of the box. Again, nice packaging. Should I open this? I don't know. Oh, this is a nice color. But it's Christmas time, so this is it's really a really, really delicious color. And oh, can I tell you, it changes color as well. So when I'm bringing this to the market, part of what I also tell people is don't just bring anything random to the market. Make sure there's a unique selling point. And for ours, it's made out of shea butter, meaning it doesn't dry your lips. It's extremely moisturizing. The colors are long lasting. Yeah, and then it changes based on your pH. Yeah, when you apply it based on your pH, the color changes and it adjusts as well. So yeah, I'm having fun as well. So Omoba, Omooba beauty. Go check it out on Amazon or even on our website. Let me see if I have the website here. I can actually type it quickly. Let me see. www.omoobabeauty.com. And would you let me do this? Yay! I love technology. So that's it right there. Go check it out. And then it links you to the checkout on Amazon. It's a perfect gift for Christmas for your special lady. I'm telling you. Then I mean, yeah, anyway. So yes, I'm also going to be marketing. That's also something we're working on. Like last week I told I said I'm done for the year. Oh no. But then you realize, there's still so much work that has to go in for people to prepare for 2021. So we are doing our own thing, and I'm super excited to be supporting as many people as possible as well. So we have our goals for 2021 mapped out. what we're going after, and how our way of working is going to look different. And it's going to primarily be the trade network that we're growing, because COVID is here. A lot of the things have moved virtual, but we're doing it in extremely unique ways as well. I do have a background in technology, so I'm very accepting of technology innovation. Awesome. Thank you. Someone said that's great, Toyin. So what I'm seeing is that you might be following me, but if you are not connected, this system is not showing your name. So you're just saying LinkedIn user. So please connect. You might be following my work, so you're seeing my alerts. But if you're not connected, you cannot message me and I cannot message you. But thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate that. That's it for today. I need to move on to the next thing I have going with my the TV interview. But it's such an honor. It's such a pleasure. Um, I tell you, if you're part of creating the future, you'll be excited. Many people wonder, like, Toyin, with everything happening, COVID-19, how come you're still like upbeat? I'm like, if you're creating, if you're creating something new, if you're part of the conversations I'm part of, and you're seeing those opportunities, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna feel differently. And that's what we're doing as a community. And 2021 is going to be extremely competitive, I see, globally, because people are going to be racing to recover what they've lost. New people are coming on the scene, and with AFCFTA coming into effect January 1, I'm telling you, it's game time. It's game time. And the people who have the right skills, the right network, the right information, and the right perspective are the ones to benefit from AFCFT. You can read about it, you can smile and feel like you know about it, but if you're not in the trenches doing something, moving products or offering services, then you're on the seats on the sideline. You're just watching the game. For me, we're in the game, so join us in the game. Join us on our platform, Nazaru dot trade, the trade with Africa network. That's what that's probably the number one thing you'll be hearing me say every time, all over going forward. So I've warned you guys. you know, I've warned you. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. It's Monday, so have a great week ahead. You still see me here and there. But I'm so glad that at least the events we had planned is over. Um, the training is launched, the SME training launches now. So sign up today, and then also start accessing all the resources that we have. Okay, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to DM. Okay. If you have questions, feel free to DM, send me a message. You also have our email. Let me see, there's just so much going on here. There's so much information. Like every day, there's so much information I want to share, I want to bring to you. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm oversharing. Am I oversharing? It does feel that way sometimes. So if you need to email, nazaru.com, and that's what I'm sharing now, is our email, info at nazaru.com. So go check us out, and we look forward to hearing from you. Stay blessed. Bye.
fire, fire.